Hey everyone, let's play some games. Today we are playing the Rogue in the arena. And it's been a while. So let's see here. Starting out with a pretty good card in the Violet Teacher. I mean, people run it in Constructed all the time, so it gotta be good, right? And then we have a Dark Iron Dwarf, which is also one of my favorite cards in Arena. Don't see it much in Constructed, but you don't really see the other ones anymore either. So let's go with that. Spiteful Smith is really good for Rogue, since it's good even without the ability, but that ability really takes it over the top for Rogues. I do love Fan of Knives, but I think Spiteful Smith is probably even better. Not a big fan of these cards, but the Stalker is alright, and we don't have any 2-drops yet. Lebanon, not a big fan. Sambichao, it's pretty good. I don't like it that much personally. I probably underrate it a little bit. But at the same time, with Rogue, you usually want to kill them pretty fast and you have kind of limited ability to go on. I often run out of cards as a Rogue. So let's go with the Inventor. And the Fire's Ringleader. Yes, pretty good. And no... almost. But let's get another 2-drop. We have a good amount of 2-drops considering how early we are in the draft, so I probably don't want that much more of those. SI7, really good. Silverhand Knight, pretty good. Defender of Argus, not as good as it used to. Back in the good old days, it was a free, I believe, right? And it's been so long ago. I played back then, but then it got nerfed to a 2-3. Still pretty good though. Let's go with that. Mech Warver. Do we have any mechs so far? No. But looking at the other 2 cards, definitely. And hey, it's not that bad on its own, but now if we do get some mechs, we have some potential synergy. Deathlord, I really don't like it. Questing Adventurer, pretty lackluster. Master of Disguise, don't like it that much, but I do think it's the best of these picks. It's like, if you look, I don't have any cheap cards at all yet, so the Questing Adventure do not have a lot of potential here. Acidic Swamboos. Yeah, let's get that for the effect. Okay, so these are pretty weak, but we could use a little bit of endgame, and you don't see Big Game Hunter much in Arena, so let's go with a budget Dr. Boom. Very budget. Those 2 bombs make a huge difference. So we got one of the best 3-drops in the game. Oh, we got Backstab. But if you look at our 3-drops right now, we only have the SI7. And that's not really a true 3-drop, because you usually don't want it on turn 3 unless you have a Backstab. So let's go with the Harvest Golem, I think, in this case. Yeah. Oh, another 3-drop, that's good. We do need it if you look at the curve. Petition's Blade, I like it quite a bit. And considering we only have 1 card that buffs our weapon so far, I don't think Blade Fury is a very good choice here. Let's go with the Petition's Blade. And it's also a 3-drop. Bloodsail Raider has some potential in Rogue, but we have a lot of 2-drops already. We have 5. Only about halfway through. So let's go with the 5-drop instead. Oh boy. Well, this is really weak. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go with the Voodoo Doctor. It has some potential. Like, you can play it on turn 1 to apply early pressure. And or late game you can heal one of your minions so it can survive a trade with another minion. It's not a good card, but I think it's probably the best of these 3. Barely. I mean, it's either that or the Frostwolf Grunt, but you almost never really want to play the Frostwolf Grunt on turn 2, so it's like, at least I wouldn't mind playing that on turn 1. So let's see. Let's play another Defender of Argus here. Oh, pick it. Oh, that's an easy pick. I don't think I have to talk about this one. Sinkersatz, the oil. We don't have really any way of really buffing our weapon. I think Dark Iron Dwarf is really good, but I want the oil. Just some way to buff our weapon. Not sure I want 2 of them though. That might be a bit clunky. We don't have any preps or blade flurries, so it's not like in constructed. So I think we're gonna go to Silverhand Knight here. Mystic? No way. Not in Arena. Sword Spit? No, it's terrible. Plus we have lots of 2-drops already. So I think it's gonna be the Ninja. Undertaker? Micro Machine? We have so many 2-drops, right? We have... Oh, I keep saying that, but... Well, we do have 6, so that is enough. Let's go with the Betrayal instead. And a Backstab. Really bad. Well, oh, we do have a couple of... Yeah, we do have some Battlecry minions, actually. Quite a few. Yeah, we have tons of them. Bad choice. Let's go with the Mechanic here. And... maybe another Backstab? Cold Blood? We don't have any charge minions at all. That lowers the value of Cold Blood quite a bit. Let's go with Backstab. Let's go for the early board presence. I don't like either, but I think Stormpike Commando is a little better. Sea Giant. I like Sea Giant. Yes, let's go with that. So this... no 6-drops. Just... this is gonna be... well, I guess it's basically a tempo deck, right? It doesn't quite have as much removal as I was like a couple of Eviscerates, then it could be a really good tempo deck, but still it might work out. No Deadly Poisons though, no Blade Flurries, no AoE of any kind. Yeah, the deck is not that good, I don't think. Let's see if we can get 6 wins with it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it is gonna be tough when we get into like the good players and good decks. I don't think we can win with this deck very often, but we can hopefully beat a few newer players. Beat out of... but let's see, maybe we'll go 0-3. Don't hope so. Okay, what do we got? Paladin? At least we can neutralize their hero power quite easily. It's nice because you can play your hero power once and kill 2 of their hero powers. Of course you take a little bit of damage, but that doesn't matter if you have the board. So you have the coin and we have an SI7. That seems like a good combination. Okay, and Ooze, not bad versus Paladin. We have 2 of them in the deck too. So this deck is pretty good against weapon classes, I suppose. Alright, let's in turn, and probably play the SI7 next turn, assuming he plays a minion. I guess if he plays a 2-3, that would be a little annoying. Because then the SI7 doesn't really accomplish that much. However, a Bloodfin Raptor, that's perfect. So let's go with this. We don't have a good follow-up, but honestly, it doesn't really matter considering how good this play is. It's almost like back in the good old days when I played Rogue. I just loved playing that SI7, killing 3-2s like Knife Jugglers and stuff, versus Sue in particular. Oh, those were the glory days of Tempo Rogue. I miss it. Maybe one day it'll come back. Alright. So, Demolisher. Maybe just hero power here, actually. I think that's probably the best move. Because it's the only way we can kill that this turn. And now we are taking away 2 of his cards. And we haven't lost any cards of our own yet. And we had the coin, which means that we basically have a 3 card advantage right now. So that's a good start, I would say. Well, what do you got for us? Truce of a Champion would be kind of annoying. But I guess we could play Dragonling Mechanic. Alright. Oh, Backstab. That's pretty good. What do we want to play other than Backstab? Maybe a Dragonling Mechanic? I don't really want to play the defender just for one creature. Master of Disguise? Meh. Let's do that, and like, how does that really help us? It doesn't. The stealth does not help us here. So let's just play this one. And if he uses Consecration, that's fine. It's no big deal. And then next turn I would love to get a good Defender of Arcus out if he can survive with 2 minions. Of course, if he does play Consecration, that won't really be the case. Alright.
I wonder.
Not much to say here. Need to see what he plays. It's not very exciting looking at an empty board, basically.
Let me think.
It looks like it's gonna be one of those pretty fast games. Except, well, for the waiting time. Oh, Harvest Golem.
One shot, one.
Not a bad turn for him, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to save him. So the question is, how do we want to deal with this exactly? We could play the Defender of Argus here, and we could kill these two, but he would still have a 2-1 left, which is a little annoying. We could clear the board entirely if we use a weapon. But then we also lose this one, but that's probably okay, since then we could play the 2-3. Well, actually we could survive with all our minions. If you attack, that into that into that, weapon. We want to do that? Then we set ourselves... that might be worth considering.
Hey, lights out.
Okay, let's go for that.
Choose suit.
If we do that, then that. And I can't believe we still have the SI7 agent alive after all this time. We actually haven't lost any minions yet, other than a token from the Dragonling mechanic, right? I think that's the case. Okay. Yeah, and Consecration is still not terrible, since we will survive with the Croc. True Silver Champion, not scary at all, since we have a lot of weak minions on the board, no strong ones. And we have the Ooze. Oh, I think I was talking about the True Silver Champion earlier and how it would be a little annoying. I didn't even think of the Ooze back then. Hopefully I would have bought of it if he had actually played it. Otherwise it would have been a little sad. Voodoo Doctor. So I think we need to sacrifice at least one minion this time. Yeah. So that's okay. We'll just do
Here we go.
that. And Defender of Arcus. Kill that. Go for the face. Get a dagger up. And then maybe Tinker next turn. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. I'm not sure when that stealth will ever really be very useful for this deck. One day, someone will make a constructed deck that takes use of it. But I actually don't think I've ever seen this card in constructed except from Unstable Portal. A couple of times. Well,
I wonder.
not a very exciting game, I gotta admit. Just not a lot really going on. We're just clearing the board every turn. And it's looking like it's gonna be a pretty safe win. What did that owl accomplish? I also gotta ask that. Silence the taunt, but we still have another taunt. Oh well, I guess it did lower the... Oh, maybe he's thinking about consecration, but then that only kills that single minion. Blessing of Kings. Wow. Okay. How do we do this? Do we actually... I mean, we're getting close to lethal with the oil, except of course we need to play a minion to play that, so that means that we could get it on a minion that we can't attack with. So how much damage do we have here? 4, 6, 9, 15. Okay, we're still a bit away. And so how do we want to kill that one? Can't really do it very efficiently. I think I'll want to just go for the face and let him trade into us. Yeah, because he's getting low. I'm not sure. Like, nothing is really that appealing. Oh. Attack. Just stagger up again. Don't really need the Voodoo Doctor here. Yeah. It's gonna kill one of those, then we can either finish him off, or we can just kill that with another minion. Consecration is not that good. Equality, Consecration is pretty unlikely. He only has 3 cards, and this is Arena. In Constructed, it would be pretty likely at this point, though. Yeah. Well, we probably gonna do this oil here this turn. Then the question is, how do we want to combo into it? So we have 5, 8. So we don't even need to combo it, right? 5, 8, 4 extra. Right, so we just do this. And then he's dead. Alright. Good start. Not the most exciting game, but hey, I'll take a win. Oh, and finish up this daily. Why not? Alright, let's see if we can go 2-1 to start with. Then we'll be 1/3 of the way to the predicted wins. Okay, got someone. A mage.
You asked for it.
Not really the cards I'm looking for here early on. I don't really think I want to hold on to the Shattered Sun Cleric without having any 2-drops, because that would be the worst if that ends up being like the only 2 or 3-drop we have, and we gotta play it naked on turn 3. That would be quite sad. This is a lot better. I only think we have one other mech in the deck though. The Harvest Scholar. Oh well, it's a 2/3. That's a lot of 2/3s.
Hello.
Probably gonna play the
Pleasure is mine.
Ooze next turn. Depends a little bit on what she does. Alright, so it'll be a 3/2 on her turn. If we play... Well, it'll be... The next time it's our turn, it'll actually be a 4/2. See, I'm thinking like something like Stalker and then buff it up with the Shattered Sun, but then it would still die to the... That's too bad. Let's just play an Ooze. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's play a Stalker, because in case she has a Frostbolt, I really want to make sure we can kill this Micro Machine before it gets absolutely crazy, because we don't have any removal in hand. So I want to make sure I can trade into it next turn before it gets buffed out of control. Alright, so that's fine. And there's no reason to buff. Yeah, so let's do that. And then now I'll just play the Ooze. Yeah. Let's go with that. So many 2/3s in this deck. Not that good. Well, I guess I'll have to do. Okay. Well, maybe we'll see a Master of Disguise this time from her. That could be useful. Too bad it's one too much mana. Dark Armor Dwarf doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we just played the 2/3s this time. The nice thing is that we do have a lot of ways to buff our minions. Like with the Shattered Sun Cleric or the Dark Armor Dwarf or the Commando. Basically we have a lot of ways of manipulating the board, which is always nice. That's a lot of life. We cannot kill it actually. We can get it pretty low. Can't quite kill it. So what do you want to do? Do you want to play the Dark Armor Dwarf or the Shattered Sun Cleric? I think I prefer the Shattered Sun Cleric. Because then we can also play a dagger. So we do this, that, and get a 1/1 out of it. And then if she doesn't trade into something next turn, then we can finish it off with our dagger. Yeah. Even though it seems pretty likely that she will trade into that and then Fire Blast, but... Oh wow. Well, that's a good one to get from the Unstable Portal. Jeez. Okay, well at least... Ah, no, we can't really... Okay, so we have to defend off Arcus, actually. Dark Armor Dwarf. Nothing really fits that well. It's just too much stuff she got out in one turn. I really should get rid of the Chucker. Right, what if you do this? We kill that. Maybe I should have done it the other way. No, yeah, because I'm like playing into Blizzard now. You know what, let's do this, just in case she has Blizzard. And also because, well, now it only has 4 life, so it dies no matter which one of those it attacks, if it does this attack. But mostly because I'm afraid of Blizzard. And at least I would be losing a little less now if she plays it. Yeah, in fact Blizzard wouldn't be so bad now. Then we could play Stormpack Commando and run that into that. And then we would have the board. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's see. I guess the real concern is Flame Strike for next turn. Thankfully, she already used the coin, so you don't have to be scared of that yet. We also have the Dark Armor Dwarf. We could play in that and run that into that. But let's see if she trades into one of these now. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't find it very pleasant to do that. But, yeah. Okay. How do we do this. This one is still frozen, which is annoying, but at least it's a taunt. So there is that. We have... Really should get rid of... well, both of them, honestly. So how do we do that? We can play... nothing fits that well. You have the Stonepike Commando, Backstab. That's only 4 damage. Yeah. It doesn't... is there a way we can kill everything? So if we Backstab, run that into that, dagger into that. And then we have this for 2 damage. No, it's like... just doesn't really fit. Alright, let's just get rid of that one.
Here we go.
And do this. She's probably gonna run that into that, but... so you could argue that I should have gone dagger for the face, but it's not certain. She might do something else. And that way, now we can kill that with the Stonepike Commando, for example, if we want to. Abomination, huh? That doesn't seem like a very powerful move. We can just kill it with our 4-2. Then that one dies. We still have our dwarf. I really wanted to combo into this oil, but we can only do it with backstab, and the backstab would be a complete waste. So I guess that's not something we're gonna do. Let's do that. Run that into that. And I guess just play a commando here. Not very exciting, but not much else we could really do here. We're running out of steam, so this is dangerous. Hopefully she cannot clear the board here, and we can get a good tinker going. Or we can draw a war golem, that would be okay too. Okay. No removal. No removal, okay, good. Now, backstab doesn't really fit very well here. Yeah, backstab is just not that useful. That makes me so sad. Like... how inconvenient. But you really need it, like, so we can combo into these 2 other cards. But it just doesn't do anything other than combo then. Of course, if we backstab and we don't play Tinker. So, we have 9 plus 6, 15. We could take her down to 5 life. And then we would have 4 minions on the board. Would have... okay, you know what, let's go for it. It's pretty sad, but if you do that, got to play Tinker first, of course, before this one. And we go for the face. Take it down to 5 and turn. Oh, this is problematic because she can clear the board and then we'll be 1 damage away from lethal. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. I don't have that much damage in the deck. Like, I don't think we have any charges. Then again, we can't kill her over 2 turns. We could attack face twice in a row. And then she'll be dead by turn 11. Alright, okay. See, I picked that one to backstab because I didn't want that one to survive. Because it could be crazy buffed up here. But if she wants to clear the board with her minions, she needs to sacrifice the ghoul. And she has to if she doesn't have any removal, which I don't think she has, because I'm pretty sure she would have used it last turn. Oh boy, that's dangerous. Voodoo Doctor, you know what? I'm okay with you. Heal up a little bit. And then we go for the face. And then go for the kill next turn. Okay. Well, she probably can't do 10 damage extra. Well, she only needs to do 9 from the hand, I suppose. So she could have Fireball plus Frostball, but that's unlikely. Plus, again, like, she didn't have any removal. Oh my god, it could be a Pyroblast, though. Oh boy, let's see. Dagger and Dwarf. Fireball. Oh, wow. The Voodoo Doctor saved us. Not bad. Alright. Well, the Voodoo Doctor is not so bad, I guess. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.